I have an interesting episode for you guys today. Now, previously on one of our previous Food Talk episode, someone actually commented, are there any ramens beside Ichiran? Well, tonight we'll go to a ramen store. Now, this ramen store is no ordinary ramen store. According to Neko-san, this ramen store is top 3 in west of Japan. But pause. Sometimes Neko-san gives me all these ranks. Top this, top that. I wonder how legit it is, you know? Is Neko-san trying to BS me or something? But whatever it is, apparently, this particular ramen place is number 1 in Osaka. So yeah, I guess it's, either on the same level of Ichiran or even better than, I guess. So we are heading over right now to the place. Now, this particular place as well has a very interesting ramen shop name. The name of this ramen shop is called Human Beings, Everybody, Noodles. I repeat, Human Beings, Everybody, Noodles. It's that mouthful. Alright? Now, I'm pretty certain besides the mouthful name to the ramen shop, probably something unique as well awaits us. Given, you have such a sophisticated name. Human Beings, Everybody, Noodles. Yeah, probably a direct translation from the Japanese kanji. But in any case, we have arrived. This is the particular ramen store. Look at that. Yeah, it's the direct translation from the kanji there. Okay. Alright, so this is Human Beings, Everybody, Noodles. Okay. So yeah, let's get in and let's see how fantastic this ramen is. Supposedly Osaka number 1. Alright. Now, let me tell you, I got a shock. When I was taking the train over to this place, even the train announcement told me that I can eat this particular ramen at this particular station. So I guess it must be that popular then. Alright, let's go. Let's find out.
Human Beings, Everybody, Noodles. Man, the shop name is a mouthful, isn't it? Essentially, they served shoyu-based ramen, and they have 3 versions of it. The ramen original version is a simple shoyu-based ramen, which is ideal for people who is looking for something traditional and usual. Now, this is where things get a little more interesting. What's offered next is called Ramen Micro. It has a thicker shoyu base, and what you can expect is the broth to be thicker and more flavorful. Ideal for someone who wants and seeks a stronger umami taste in their broth. Lastly, this is what we are going for today. This is what people are showing up for. Their bestseller, the Ramen Macro. It's a light shoyu ramen. However, there is something unique about this broth. The broth is actually prepared together with clams. We will talk more about the broth later on. At Everybody Noodles, one unique point is the price of the ramen is actually dependent on the size of chashu you want. Everybody Noodles serves up 3 sizes of chashu. You have the normal size, which they're calling it the thick slice. Next, the thin version, great for small eaters. Lastly, you won't believe its name, world's thickest slice. Yep, world's thickest slice. Immediately, I was really interested and curious how thick or big the chashu can be. You know what? Go big or go home. I'm going for the world's thickest slice. Oh, what the? I was at a complete loss of words with what I saw. Are y'all seeing this? Even with all my might, my chopsticks still struggled to contain this madness. Look at the size of this bad boy right here. Have you ever seen such a thick chashu in a bowl of ramen before? It's about 5 cm thick. This right here just defied the very laws of physics itself. Let's put this into perspective. I am not creating some fake hype here. On the right is the insanity we just witnessed. Even the screen is struggling to show this. And on the left is the thick slice version. This is already slightly thicker than the usual chashu in a ramen. According to the shop, this is 130 grams of chashu. Look at that comparison right there. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to find out the true height of this chashu meat to see if this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Surprise!
I'm lost. Ah, look at that. According to the shop, this is 250 grams of meat madness right here. Oh my goodness. 130 grams versus 250 grams. Woo! Trying to download and process what I just witnessed. How is this possible? It is no wonder they had the audacity to label this on their menu as world's thickest slice. 250 grams of pork belly! It was at this moment I knew I'm gonna fight some fire and try to finish this bowl of ramen. Desperate times call for... Nope. Special times call for special measures. I challenge Osaka most delicious ramen to a duel! To finish this thing, first, I need to quickly start eating the noodles. This thing is a beauty. Everything is so large but somehow looks so neat and organized in the bowl. Look at those negi right there. Big, freshly cut with a healthy portion. Our customary egg right there. And those big juicy looking menma. Absolutely stunning. At this point in time, I was tempted to tackle the pork belly meat first, due to its size. But I won't be fooled by no trap card. When you receive this ramen, or any ramen for that matter, almost always, the very first thing to do is to start eating those noodles. Because it is at this time, the noodles are cooked to its optimal temperature, time, desired size, and taste. Would you look at that? Cooked to perfection. The noodles are made of whole grain flour, and what accompanied it was a fragrant aroma that has been accentuated by that wonderful clam-based broth. The whole grain noodles were very chewy and mochi to my pleasant surprise. It is slightly towards the stiffer side, but not too firm. I was also shocked by how well the clam broth matches the noodles. The noodles have a sweet seafood taste and refreshing experience to it. Initially, I was hesitant with the whole grain nature of the noodle, but those doubts were quickly dispelled as it did not affect the noodles one bit in a negative way. In addition, I did not taste any alkaline brine in my eating. It is probably there, but too minimal to notice. Very delicious noodles. I needed to lay some good solid defense by soaking my throat with the delicious broth next. This is to know why this ramen is voted most delicious in Osaka by the Japanese. And by golly, I sure needed some good defense. The broth was extremely delicious. Oishii! Look at that! Even just by the looks of it, you can see levels of flavors and deliciousness in it. Look at how lusciously the broth meshed with the noodles. Woo! According to Neko-san, this broth was boiled on the foundation of several types of clams, such as asari, shijimi, and others. Immediately, when the broth touches my tongue, I felt I was swimming in the middle of the ocean, being one with the sea. The strong, sweet essence of the clams together with the light shoyu base created a delightful and unimaginable umami flavor. Next step. Yep, you saw that right. Let's attack the meat. You can see here that the chashu we have right here tears rather easily, probably an indication of the softness of the meat. Yep, 250 gram of madness here. No guts, no glory, I guess. We would have to approach this differently, and it is very likely I would finish this last due to the sheer size and amount. According to Neko-san, the shop uses pork belly meat with a composition of 70% lean and 30% fat. To achieve this level of tenderness, the shop actually pressure cooked the meat for a long time. Thereafter, the marination with the soy sauce. I got to say, this was pretty good. The tenderness made it easy on the throat, and this definitely helped in the finishing of the huge chashu. And to cap it off, the marination was done well, such that even a huge piece of meat, the flavor was consistent. Yummy! Because we can't finish the chashu in one go, we have to level up by doing side quests before our next attempt. At this ramen shop, the toppings and side dishes are all on separate orders. I had 3 of them, which you have seen earlier. You get one whole Nitamago ramen egg, which was soft-boiled to perfection. Look at that! Unbelievable timing skill to soft-boil such indescribable beauty. You have my respect. The Nitamago was perfectly seasoned and it goes well with the broth. Next up, the Menma. This is actually a shop specialty, and they are known for serving such huge and thick menmas. Look at how thick those bamboo shoots were! Which brings me to the point. Sometimes ramen shops tend to neglect such small aspects, as it is deemed not as important. The menma was very juicy, well prepared with very little menma aftertaste. Step 5. Take a rest. Yep, you heard that right. With so much eating, it's good to put those chopsticks down, contemplate a little on life, such as why did I choose this huge chashu size? Just joking. And get ready for the second half of the duel. With some warranted short rest, we are back at it. Overall, the experience here was a fun and bustling one. You see people chit-chatting, enjoying their bowls of ramen, customers constantly streaming in and out of the shop, ramen masters cooking the next bowl of ramen, and staff members scurrying around with their duties with J-Rock playing in the background. Very impressionable moment of how a Japanese ramen shop day-to-day business would look like. Final step. The final stretch. I know I'm about to finish, but somehow it still seems so far away. I say this not to diminish any aspect of the chashu or the noodle. I'm just letting the moment sink in, and in fact, I enjoy every part of it. I'm not about to give up. With a swipe of my hair, we'll finish it. Let's go! I'd like to add, even after quite a while of eating, the meat was still very soft, and I did not experience any hardness or dryness to it. The light is just around the corner. Nice save there, bro. I really needed that tissue. I heard from Neko-san as well, the shop is actually expanding. Recently, they opened 2 new outlets, one in Namba and also in Nagoya, so definitely do check them out. I'm finished! What a splendid bowl of ramen. Let's go! Well guys, I conquered the world's biggest chashu. Well, overall the experience, I would say, I pretty enjoy it, you know? The ambience inside the restaurant is, well, you know, at the background is actually J-Rock playing, right? And there are so many people around me, it's so bustling. Feels like a old school ramen house. Wonderful. Yeah, the ramen itself is fantastic. Oh, I got shocked by the soup, actually. The soup that we chose was actually a clam soup. Oh, the clam taste is deep and pronounced. Ooh, I never experienced that before and never tasted such soup. Really sweet once you drink, but once it goes down your throat, oh, you can feel the layers, the levels of the seafood there. Wonderful. And now we come to the chashu. My goodness. I got worried for a while because no matter how much I eat, it doesn't seem to lessen, you know, the amount of chashu in the bowl. It's still like the same piece. You saw how big the thing is? Oh my goodness, what a... Oh, that really caught me off guard big time, man. But it's soft, I would say. Even though it's that huge, really soft. I don't have any that kind of smelly aftertaste from the pork. So, wonderful. Lastly, the noodles. Oh, I love the noodles. The noodles is pretty huge, but it's firm. And it's actually pretty chewy. Overall, very tasty. Wonderful. Yeah, so this is it. We'll see you in the next video. My train is here. Goodbye.